sun will rise again, and there's only brighter days ahead. So when you've been bedridden red and it's been black all night,
it's like a vampire. It can only come in if you invite it.
just hang on tight, the sun will rise again, and there's only brighter days
Beyond the donut. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Tune Out Tuesdays.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in to Tune Out.
Hey, we have a really special day planned. Throw on whatever yoga necessities you might need. Maybe your mat, maybe some comfy pants, a pillow for the meditation that starts us off in the beginning. And what'd you think about this breathing?
It was really nice. You know, the day was pretty busy, and before the whole dinner time thing, it was nice to be able to settle down with it and kind of get down to strengthen my root and get grounded again. So
Cool.
Felt really good through it and really good after it.
Cool, yeah. Lex is really highly skilled, and the way that she uses the combination of her voice and the bowls that she crafted herself. Mm-hmm. The combination of those two really provide a unique experience.
Yeah.
So should we hand it over to Lex?
Yeah, Lex, take it over.
All right, thanks, Lex.
Hello, everybody. This is Lex. Garrett Matthew, thanks again for inviting me on to your Tune In and Tune Out session for the second time. It's truly an honor. And so today we're going to focus on anxiety because I know it so well. It's the reason I started doing yoga, meditation, and art making, and it kind of pioneered and influenced a lot of things that I did, whether I knew it or not. So I'd like to say after so many years of coping, I've gotten a little better, but it's still a practice. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think that during this time of quarantine and having the coronavirus, anxiety is knocking on a lot of people's doors. So I want you to think of anxiety like this. It's like a vampire. It can only come in if you invite it. It exists in the past and it exists in the future. It does not exist in the present moment. However, our thoughts sometimes make us believe that it is. So I want you to think about, how do you feel right now at this moment in time? Take a nice deep inhale and slow down on the exhale. I feel okay. All right, so when anxiety starts to creep up, maybe think of it like that. And another thing I do is I write these thoughts down sometimes, because otherwise they start to spiral in my mind. It's known as monkey brain, and it just keeps going over and over and over like a skipped record, and it doesn't get anywhere because we don't know the answer to some of the things that cause anxiety. Anxiety is something that is usually a thought that we cannot control, so that's why it exists in the past and present. So writing it down, acknowledge it, saying, hey buddy, I ain't got time for you right now, but I'll think about you later, is a perfect thing that I've been doing, and maybe it's a solution for you. So we're going to focus on anxiety through our breathing in a mechanism that can kind of help alleviate some of that anxiety. We're going to focus on the root chakra. The root chakra rests at the bottom of your spine. It's the first chakra of our major system of 7, and it's basically the part that tells us, I'm supported, I am here, I have everything I need. So during this coronavirus, some people might not think they have everything they need. They might not feel safe. So we need to really tap into that root chakra and start changing those thought patterns, those energy vibrations that are sending out fear, and start transforming that into love. So when we inhale, we're going to say, I am safe. And on our exhale, we're going to say, I am supported. And then on the final breath, we're going to say, I have everything I need. And I'll guide you through this. You can say it out loud, or you can say it inside your head. But try to start replacing some of those negative thoughts, fear-based thoughts, into something positive. And I know it's hard. It's a practice, right? So we're going to sit rooted in our seat. Okay, so once you feel supported and anchored down and comfortable, we're going to do 10 inhales and exhales using the mantra that I mentioned, and starting with breathing at the root chakra and filling up our body till we get to the top of our heart center area, and then reverse that and exhale. Okay? So I'm going to use these 2 bowls that I made to help cue our inhales and exhales, and I'll guide you through. Okay, everybody ready? Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. Inhale. I am safe. Hold. Exhale. I am supported. Hold. I have everything I need. Hold. Exhale. I have everything I need. Hold. Deep inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Welcome your normal breathing back in. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower belly, and just pause, be the observer. How do you feel? Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. Next time you're in the store, try not to buy 15 rolls of toilet paper and not live through fear, live through love, share with everybody else. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.
Thanks for bringing that to us, Lex. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lex. Really awesome to have you be a part of this show. Thanks so much for being a part of, thanks for being my friend. So Felicia, she was trying to get us this YouTube video, and the file was too big for her to send through texting, and then it was hard to get through the Gmail, so she ended up posting it through YouTube. So now Felicia is on YouTube doing some yoga videos. Yeah, so you can either check her out on her Instagram, or I'm hoping that now she'll start posting her yoga videos online. I did one of her live videos, and I was telling Garrett about it, and I was like, we got to get her on the show. And I'm so happy that she responded and wanted to be on the show.
Yeah. And for you guys at home, she's going to start with this right away, so make sure you're on your yoga mat ready. If you need a little bit of time, go ahead and pause it, and then she'll get right into it. And when it's over, we'll bring it right back to us.
Go ahead and get started. So we're going to start today in a seated position here, just on the knees. So go ahead and place the sit bones right over the heels. Core is tucked in, shoulders are down and back. And just go ahead and place your hands right on your legs here, either facing up or facing down. Let's take a few nice deep inhales here. And And exhaling through the nose. One more time. Inhale through the nose, feeling all the way up to the chest. And exhaling through the nose. Perfect. Let's do one more. Inhale again through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Let's start with just a few neck rolls. So gently moving the neck in a circle here, either to the right or the left. And go ahead and switch sides. Perfect. And relaxing back to center here. Let's roll the shoulders back a few times. Bringing them all the way up to the ears and releasing down back. And let's switch to forward. Perfect, and release. Let's go ahead and bring the hands to the side of the body. Now on an inhale, reaching the hands all the way up. And exhale, dropping the left arm down, reaching over to the left side, getting into the right side body. Gaze is up towards the ceiling. Left hand is supporting you. And inhale to come back to center. Again, big inhale here, reaching the arms up. And exhale, coming to the other side, dropping the right hand down. Relaxing the shoulders, again, gazing up towards the ceiling. And on an inhale, coming back to center. So let's go ahead and clasp our hands in front of the heart here, facing the palms up. Reaching on an inhale all the way up to the ceiling, maybe a little back bend. And release. Good. Let's do that one more time. So bringing the hands again to the heart, clasping the hands, reaching up to the ceiling with a slight back bend. Beautiful, and release. So let's go ahead and place the hands in front of us on the mat here. We're going to pop up on the toes, doing a little bit of a balancing act, keeping the knees off of the mat. We're going to rock a little bit back and forth, just getting into the ankles and the heels and the wrists. Gently shifting your weight into the hands and back into the heels. And if it's comfortable, go ahead and switch the placement of the hands. So the fingertips are now facing towards you. And again, just gently rocking back and forth. Good. Bringing the hands to a neutral position here. Let's go ahead and spread the feet to about mat width distance apart into a yogi squat. So dropping the hips as low as possible. Hands come to heart center, and the elbows actually push the knees out to the side. So feel free to wiggle a little bit here, kind of rock back and forth. This is a deep squat that we're getting into right away, so sometimes it's a little bit tight. Perfect. Go ahead and place the hands on the ground. Inhale to puff the chest, and exhale to bring the sit bones high, getting into the hamstrings. So let's hang out here for a minute. Feet are still, hips width distance apart. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Grab onto each elbow. And give your body a little swing. Bending the knees here if needed. Let's place the hands back down. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, coming back into our squat. So we're going to flow like that for a few rounds here. Take it at your own pace, or feel free to listen to my guidance. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale, bringing the tailbone nice and high. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, coming back into our squat. Inhale to puff the chest, spreading the knees apart, and exhale, bringing the tailbone high. Inhale for a halfway lift, and exhale, back into our squat. Let's run through that one more time. Inhale to bring the chest high, and exhale to lift the tailbone. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to release. Perfect. Go ahead and place the hands on your mat and step back to the back of your mat here. And let's hang again. So the feet again are about hip width distance apart. If possible, grab onto the big toes or maybe even onto the heels. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, pulling the body down even further. And release the hands. Heel toe the feet together. And on an inhale, bringing the arms all the way up high. And exhaling back to your heart. Go ahead and step up to the top of your mat now. We're going to run through a few sun salutations here. So inhale to reach the arms high. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to step back through chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Come up on the toes, pedal out the feet. Again, keeping the shoulders down and back. Try your best to balance the weight between the feet and the hands. Inhale to look forward and step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to release. And inhale to come all the way up and back through heart center. Perfect. Take a few breaths here. Dropping the hands to the sides. And let's do that again. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale to step or float back through chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale and bring the right leg forward, planting the back foot, reaching up for warrior one. Exhale to plant the hands, stepping back again through chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog, and exhale for downward facing dog. Again, inhale to reach the left leg forward, coming all the way up with the back foot planted, and exhale to release. Inhale for upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale to downward facing dog. Let's recover here for a few breaths. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed, core is engaged, belly button is tucked in. Inhale to look forward and step to the top of your mat for a halfway lift. Exhale to release. And inhale, coming all the way up and back through heart center. Beautiful job, guys. Again, a couple breaths here in mountain pose. Feet are engaged, quadriceps are slightly engaged as well. Let's inhale to reach the arms high, and exhale, bringing them back to heart center. Let's plant the left foot, bringing the right foot up. Big inhale to lengthen, and exhale to step back to a high lunge. Inhale to sweep the arms high, maybe a little back bend, and exhale to plant the hands here and drop the back knee. With the fingertips tented here, keep the gaze forward. And on a big inhale, reaching the arms high again. And exhale, planting the hands, tucking the right foot, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward and step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, reaching the arms up high. And exhale to bring them in front of your heart. Now let's plant the right foot this time. Foot is grounded, toes are engaged. Bringing the left leg up. Inhale here to lengthen. And exhale to step back. Again, into a high lunge with hands at heart center. On your next inhale, sweep the arms high. Maybe a little back bend. And exhale, tenting the fingertips, dropping the back knee. Making sure that you can see your toes over your knee here. And inhale to reach the arms high again. And exhale to plant the hands, tuck the left foot, and come back into a downward facing dog. Inhale to reach the right leg high, and open up the hip here. And release. Again, inhaling to bring the left leg high this time. Opening up the leg. And release. Inhale to look forward and step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And exhale through heart center. Again, let's bring the arms high on an inhale. And leave them up high this time. Let's separate the feet to the edges of your mat. And on your next exhale, bringing the hands down, coming in again to that yogi squat. And when you're ready, go ahead and drop the sit bones all the way down onto your mat. We're going to take a couple of easy twists here before we finish. So go ahead and place the left leg on the ground, right leg comes on top. Reaching the left arm high. We're going to twist, hooking the left elbow onto the right knee. Right arm is placed behind us and gaze is to the back of the room. Inhale one more time here to lengthen, and exhale to twist a little further. And release. Go ahead and switch legs. The left leg is on top now. Inhale to reach the right arm high, and twist to hook it on to the left knee. Again, hand is behind you, gaze is towards the back of the room. And release. Let's come into a butterfly pose here. So bringing the feet together, hands are on the feet, if possible, using the elbows to push the knees away. And release to come back to a cross-leg position here. Closing the eyes with the hands on the knees. Taking a big breath in. And out.
All right, and we just want to give you that space to finish this practice however you feel is most needed, whether you're lying down or you're coming back up, starting to open your eyes and join us here on Beyond the Donut. Thank you so much for making it over halfway through our special Tune Out Tuesday. Now we're going to finish it up with something that's new for me.
New for me too. If you've ever wondered what it's like to watch two grown men try Pilates for the first time, well, you're about to find out what that's like.
I wasn't aware how intense it was going to be for my abdominal muscles.
I'm still sore.
But also the posture that Helena encourages is so cool, because now I'm going to make this a part of my weekly practice and definitely start tuning in my core.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's hand it off to Helena.
Hi, I'm Helena Reynolds, and I'm a Pilates teacher here in Oceanside. I am kind of actually new to Oceanside, so I'm enjoying getting to know it, even though we're a little bit in quarantine. I teach at a place called the Green Room, which is a Pilates studio downtown Oceanside, kind of right across the street from the police station and the fire station, if you know where that is, and the library and the farmer's market and all the awesome things downtown. So yeah. I moved here from the Cayman Islands, and I'm an ex-circus performer, and Pilates has been a really big part of like keeping my body in a place where it's still functional, even though I have a lot of old injuries. Pilates is great for people who are athletes, who are looking to build their and fine-tune kind of their stabilizing muscles, much like what surfers might need, like you guys. Or it's also really good for rehabilitation. So I work with a lot of people with back injuries or shoulder injuries, because it's a great way to work your body without putting lots of force or pressure into it. It's about kind of stabilizing your mobility before you grow your mobility. So we're going to do a little bit of ab work, a little bit of leg work, some stability work for your ankles, and we're gonna do it nice and quick. So hopefully you will enjoy this. Today we're gonna do some ab work Pilates style. So you're just gonna come to laying on your mat. Make sure that you're nice and even in your hips, and that your feet are hip distance apart. And in Pilates, we don't take hips from the outside of our hips, but from our sit bones are gonna be in line with our heels. And we're gonna really engage our abs. So we're just gonna feel almost like someone's about to sucker punch us in the stomach. It's called engaging your pelvic floor muscles and your transverse, which is your deepest layer of abdominals that start at your spine and wrap all the way up to your rib cage and all the way down to your pubic bone. So you're gonna start by inhaling and then exhaling, really engaging those abs. So we're just gonna have our hands behind our neck. And instead of coming up into a sit-up by lifting up or pulling up using our hip flexors, we're gonna imagine that we're folding our ribs into our internal organs as we exhale. So start with that sucker punch, exhale, coming up. And it's like you're holding a little egg between the tip of your chin and the heart of your collarbone. You're gonna come down 1/2 inch and exhale, fold it up for 8 and 7 and 6. And if you feel like you're really pushing in with your heels, just lift up so just the tips of the toes are on. And exhale. And 2 and 1. Hold. Now keep that long spine. We're gonna exhale, rotate, and back to center. And rotate, maintaining our flexion, and back to center, like you're spiraling from the top of the head. Two more for fun. Inhale here, exhale, come up 1/2 inch and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and lengthen back and down. So we want to keep our pelvis in neutral for this. And the reason is because our spine works like a bungee cord. So when we walk, it's like it double S's and it moves like this to take a lot of the weight of our upper body and our head so that we're working our bodies anatomically correctly. So you're gonna keep that engagement. I'm gonna keep my arm up, but I want you to put your arms down, palms to the ceiling to facilitate the opening of the collarbone. You're gonna keep that engagement, engage those abs nice and strong. You're gonna float one leg up to tabletop, which is a 90-degree angle of the femur and the hip, And then without letting anything else move, float that other leg up to join it. And see how I still have that natural curvature of my spine? If you feel this in your low back, engage more deeply with the inner and outer obliques and the rectus abdominis, which is like your six-pack muscle, and it's gonna lengthen the low abs. You're gonna keep that connection. Nod the chin again, little egg, and come to flexion. Sweep the hands wide and behind the neck, keeping that nice and strong, moving from our femurs or our leg bone. One leg's gonna reach down, and they're gonna lift it right back up. And 2. And the goal is to keep that pelvis nice and still and strong. And 3. For women, it should feel like a Kegel, but for men, it feels kind of like jumping into cold water. We all get a lift from underneath. We're not pushing our heads down, but we're letting the head kind of fall into length. That way, the 10 to 15 pounds on average that your head weighs is being input into those upper abs. 2 more. Last one. Hold. Inhale here. Sorry, there it is. Come up half an inch. Hold. Butterfly your knees open, making a little diamond, touching the tips of the toes together. And again, you can do one leg at a time and lift, focusing on lifting from the inner thighs. Or, to make it a little harder, you're going to reach both legs down and lift both legs up for 8. And 7. 6. 5. Really focusing on keeping everything still, just the legs moving. Last one. Hold, come up half an inch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and lengthen back and down. Let the legs come together. Float one leg down and the other leg down to join it. Again, we're hip distance apart. We're gonna work on that stabilizing core as we get into our hamstrings and glutes. Feet are hip distance apart again, not from the outsides, but the insides. And a little bit more weight on the big toes to activate the inner thighs to keep the knees from falling apart. This is actually a good one for when you're actually surfing, well, when we're allowed to be surfing again, to have that nice strong back of the leg and strong core to support your spine, especially as you look up to see the waves. I'm going to keep that nice connection. Again, keep your arms down, but I'm going to show you this so you can see your spine. You're going to inhale here, exhale, engage those low abs. Now use those hamstrings and glutes. Tuck the tailbone under, rolling those hips up nice and high. You don't want to pop your ribs open. So it's different than a yoga bridge where you push and you lift. This is actually where you're trying to press the top of your upper back down, tucking the tailbone under and flattening out the upper body. You're going to keep that nice connection, and then you're going to roll down through each vertebrae of the spine, lengthening out nice and long, drawing the core in and lengthening back to neutral. Try not to come all the way to your full extension, but just to that natural double S curve. And again, imprint. Scooping the abs under, tucking the tailbone under, rolling those hips up. We're gonna hold it there. We're gonna lift our heels up half an inch off the floor, and then you're gonna lower them down and pulse them up for 8. Keeping everything still. 7. You can also use your hands here. And 6, to make sure you're not popping or sagging. 5, nice and flat. 4, and the more you can tuck under, the more you'll get into the gluteal fold, which is exactly what it sounds like. And last one, hold. Butterfly open half an inch, squeeze it together for 10. And 9, like you're trying to squeeze a lemon between your knees. 8, not juice it and crush it, but squeeze, hold. 3, 2, keeping everything still. 1, hold. Last time, we'll pulse it up. 8, 7, squeezing those glutes. 6, nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Lower the upper body. Keep those heels up, rolling down to release nice and long. Lower the heels, keeping those abs still turned on. Last fun little series. We're gonna inhale here. Exhale, draw the abs in, squeezing through that pelvic floor muscle. Nod the chin to the chest, come to upper body flexion. Sweep the hands wide again, cradling the back of the neck so you're not pushing on the head, but letting those abs take that weight. You're gonna float your non-dominant leg up first. Notice if you always lift one leg first and then switch it up and float the other leg up. You're gonna keep that nice connection strong in those abs. You're gonna keep everything really working as you hold. You're gonna extend one leg out, and you're gonna draw the other leg in like a little bicycle. And you're gonna switch it for 2. And you're really using your abs to peel that leg towards you. And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hold, reverse it down to go up for 8, 7, nice and strong, 6, 5, 4, 3, exhale, keep it strong, 2, breathe, 1, hold, bring both legs up, they're gonna pass each other, you're gonna grab onto this leg, you're gonna give a little pull, and exhale, change for 2, and 3, and 4, not a strong pull, just nice and gentle, 5, 6, 7, we're gonna do 10 for fun, 8, almost there, 9, 10, both legs up, hold, little pulses up for 10, exhale, 9, draw the abs in, 8, 7, again you're folding those ribs, not coming up flat, but folding, like you're trying to crush your internal organs with your floating ribs, 2, and 1, hold, bend the knees, and float the legs down, toe ball, heel, come up half an inch for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, come up, and lengthen, back and down to release. Roll on over. We're gonna do one little fun plank. I figure, why not? So we're just gonna very gently come onto all fours, place your elbows on the floor, shoulder distance apart, and in this, you don't wanna make a triangle, you wanna make a double L shape. You're going to roll your hips forward so your shoulder's actually over your elbow. The further back you are to go into your plank, like this, the more likely versus this, the more likely you're gonna trigger your neck and not get into those lats, and like kind of those big serratus, those big pushing muscles that are inside and underneath your shoulders. You're gonna tuck that tailbone under, lowering down, draw the abs in, and squeeze the elbows together. They're not actually gonna move, they're just gonna be there. And you're gonna point your toes forward and halfway back for 5. And exhale, 4. Still squeezing, like you're trying to push those elbows together for 3. Pushing in, and 2. Last one, hold for 5. Forward, 4. 3, squeeze those armpits. 2. 1, halfway back, hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1, drop the knees down, point the toe, gently open the chest and feel that nice stretch for 5, 4, 3, and I'm not just cranking into my flexibility, I'm still using my abs to support my spine. That way actually we're teaching our bodies to keep our bodies connected even as we push up to look for our waves, or to get up, not to look for the waves just, but to also get up on those boards. So it's nice and strong. And 1, gently come on down. Interlace your fingers behind you and take a little bit of a release through those shoulders for 3, 2, 1. Right back down, hands a little closer to you, and now you can take that nice big stretch. Open the chest for 5, 4, try not to drop, but still push up for 3. And again, I'm not really sitting my flexibility, I'm still using those abs. 1, and all the way down. If you want to follow me and get more workouts like this, I do every other day. I do a Pilates or a yoga class on Instagram Live, and I am Helena_Reynolds Pilates, HELENA Hope I will see you there.
Thank you for that, Helena. We really appreciate it, and it was eye-opening. I really enjoyed it. I just did not understand how difficult Pilates is.
Yeah, it was a humbling experience, and it was a much-needed experience to get our bodies moving again, and that was nice. So yeah, we've been quarantined. We've been backing off, not doing an episode every day. You got anything going on in your free time, Garrett?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of poetry. I've always written for a while, but with this break and not having work, I can read a little bit more than I'd like to, and I've been writing a little bit more than I've been able to. And yeah, no, I've been just kind of exercising my creativity. It's been keeping me pretty still.
Cool. Yeah, I have some fun. I have a fun new music project I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to get a meditation type video out there soon. But one thing I did want to note is that the berries and cream sweatshirts. Now we do have some sweatshirts, but right now we're not able to print them just because obviously I don't want to be using Amazon for anything that isn't really essential right now. But I do hope to get some ink soon and to print new berries and cream sweatshirts. We do have one of the sweatshirts from our previous order going to our friend Caitlin Dollard because she won our subscription contest. And I wanted to make sure that we pointed that out. So congratulations, Caitlin Dollard. You're the winner of the sweatshirt. We can talk personally about how we're going to hand that off in the future. Other than that, yeah, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. We've got a fun thing coming up here on Thursday night at 7 p.m. We're going to have a special...
We're going to be doing an open mic through YouTube.
Yeah.
Kind of like that concept and idea. So if you're somebody that's creative, if you're a musician, or if you write poetry and you want to recite it in front of a camera at home and send us that video...
Yeah,
we could try to feature you on this one or a future one.
Yeah, and what I really am trying to do is just create some community. I really have had fun jumping into some of the Zoom social groups, but with the frequencies and the different understandings of our durability when it comes to Wi-Fi, it's hard sometimes for everyone to get their performance out there in the right way. So what I'm doing is I'm gathering, me and Garrett, what we're doing is we're gathering people's videos to create a video style format for open mic night, and that's going to be so cool.
It'll be cool. Yeah.
All right.
With that, I hope you enjoyed Tune Out Tuesday. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Dance, meditate, rest, or prayer with your cloak around you now. If you wish, and keep it with you for as long as you choose. You've completed your healing process. Stand in the light. You are unique, you are divine, and beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desire, and others who want to possess your light and beauty as their own. You need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not try to hide your inner light and beauty. You are meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for Great Spirit. Don't avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself, nor dull your light to appease another of your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others, and the only way that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Instead, step up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature, but you are strong. If you have become obsessed with beauty or power of another, it's time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it, explore it, express it, and let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. You are the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. In Magna say, the language of Madagascar, loba means butterfly, moth, and soul. The sunset moth of Madagascar is big, beautiful, and bright. While its most moths are nocturnal creatures that are active at night, the sunset moth of Madagascar is a creature of the day, with iridescent wings creating a kaleidoscope effect as they refract the light. They are considered by some to be the most beautiful insect on earth. Yet in subdued light, their wings can appear far less remarkable. Without light, their true beauty cannot be recognized. You like this unique creature, or a being that needs light to nourish your life force, light to reveal your true and remarkable divine beauty. You are meant to shine your divinity in the world in the daylight, not keep it hidden under the cloak of night, for fear of how others may react. The bright colors and shape of the sunset moth's wings, and their presence in the full light of day, leads many to mistake these unique moths for butterflies. You too will find that people do not always realize who and what you are. They may mistakenly assume that your joy and beauty indicate that life has always been easy for you. They may fail to recognize the true depth of your soul and the experiences of darkness and struggle that you have overcome to become the vibrant, beautiful being that you can now be seen to be. During the daylight hours, the sunset moth can be seen gliding from one flower to another, feeding on nectar. They discern light waves and indicate a strong plants. You are one of the rare souls who can find the truth of light and love in any number of spiritual or religious paths. In any number of situations, you are able to recognize, be nourished by purity in many forms. Be it a random act of kindness from a stranger, the unconditional love of an animal, a genuine blessing from a spiritual master, or a moment of simple beauty in nature. You can sense the true presence of love through an evolved inner spiritual discernment. The Madagascar sunset moths are very particular in their eating habits. They are attracted to the nectar of plants that other creatures tend to avoid because they cannot metabolize the toxins. For the sunset moth, however, what they are drawn to consume is not harmful to them. Instead, these moths become poisonous to predators by simply following their natural instincts to nurture themselves according to what suits them, even though it would not necessarily suit any other creature. The same way, what nurtures and nourishes you, what feels good for your heart, body, and soul, is also what protects you. You actually don't need to do anything else for effective protection. Then place yourself in the divine beauty of what you love absolutely and completely. If you are concerned about negative attitudes or attacking behaviors from others for any reason, you can use this healing process to clear the fear and reinforce your divine sanctuary. Close your eyes and relax. Focus on the flow of your breath in and out. Imagine that you can drape yourself in a cloak of divine beauty, light, and glory. This cloak is a light, as a feather, shining with endless, iridescent shades of color that reveal the exquisite beauty of the divine. This cloak flows slightly around you, offering you a sense of having wings or having body that is beyond your physical body, and yet it interpretates it too. That body of light and color can breathe as though it is lightly aerated all over. It can release anything that is not of love and shines forth a continuous stream of beautiful divine light in all directions. This light body can move freely, growing as large as you wish, taking any shape and size, any form that feels beautiful to your heart. Allow whatever your experience is to be